Imagine a hidden flame that once burned in medieval Italy, a secret fire carried by a group known as the Fedeli d'amore, the faithful of love. They walked the same streets as everyone else, but their eyes weren't fixed on ordinary women. Instead, they saw something much deeper, the radiant, divine form of Sophia herself. The Fedeli d'amore spoke in the language of courtly passion and of poetical lyric. Yet every verse they wrote was a coded summons, every praise of the lady a veiled hymn to divine wisdom, the transcendent intelligence that alone can tear the soul free from the mud of this world and fling it upward into the pure heights. Dante, Cavalcanti, Petrarch, and their brothers did not invent this cult of the beloved. They inherited and perfected an ancient current in which the feminine figure ceases to be flesh and becomes the living symbol of that divine Sophia who has guided initiates across every tradition worthy of the name. Notice how their poetry trembles with double meaning. The donna of their songs is never merely the girl next door, she is Madonna Intelligenza, the same eternal wisdom that the Greeks once named Sophia, and that the Gnostics and the mystics of the East had already crowned as the necessary mediator between the world of fallen humanity and the Absolute. René Guénon, that stern watcher of the ruins of tradition, saw this with pitiless clarity. The ladies celebrated by the Fedeli d'amore were not historical women at all, but all one and the same symbolic lady. The active intellect, the transcendent intelligence, the divine wisdom who appears under many names and under many personalized forms, each more beautiful than the last. For Guénon, this lady is no mere sentimental ornament. She's the very model and instrument of the initiatic ascent itself. Without her, the pilgrim remains trapped in the lower regions of reason and of earthly virtue. Only when she descends does the true upward journey begin. In the Divine Comedy, notice how Virgil, the guide of the passive, rational human intellect, must yield place the very moment Beatrice appears, precisely because the path beyond a certain threshold demands the intervention of that higher, more luminous intelligence which alone Sophia embodies. She rebukes, she illuminates, she draws the soul through successive heavens, each sphere a degree of initiatic realization, until the seeker stands at last before the ultimate vision. Such is the pattern of ascent that Guénon recognized in her every gesture. The Fedeli d'amore knew this secret and clothed it in the ardent imagery of love so that only those with sound intellects might pierce the veil and recognize the doctrine hidden beneath the mysterious verses of the late medieval Florentine poets. Their fidelity was not to any mortal passion, but to this living Sophia who demands total transformation, who will not suffer the soul to remain half asleep among the shadows of ordinary existence. And still today her call echoes, though the ears of the age have grown dull. The same wisdom that once spoke through the poetry of the Fedeli d'amore continues to offer herself as the indispensable guide for any true ascent, any genuine rising from the cave of the world into the open sky of the spirit, toward the uncreated light